The word, the word is true. Definition, in accordance with fact or reality. Reality, definition, the world or state of things as they actually exist, as opposed to an idealistic or notional idea of them. The only way for the world to know your truth is to speak. And since you're not ready, guess I'm up first. All right, what's going on, guys? I guess there's not much to say except, welcome back. I know it's been a minute since I posted, but I've decided I wanted to get back into it. And starting now, we're gonna be posting every Monday. We're gonna get a podcast. So if you're tuning in from the YouTube channel, why don't you check out my podcast? And if you're tuning on the podcast, check out the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel's got a more edited down version of this, but you prefer a raw, uncut version of Will, then check out the podcast. But if you just want to support Black business, check out both. It only helps because if you're probably watching this, you probably know me personally. So I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm post a new video every Monday, and another little change up. This channel's been kind of sort of like social commentary, in my opinion, on things. But I wanted to shift the focus a little bit. I wanted the focus to be more on something that impacts my life more directly on a regular basis is music. If you know me, I always got headphones in. Always. That's my piece. And I wanted to share some of my favorite albums, because once I have an album, it sticks with me forever. If once I say that's a solid album, it sticks with me. So I wanted to just talk about a couple of them with y'all. If you want to listen along with me, you can pause the YouTube video or pause the podcast, take a listen to the songs as I listen to them. Resume the video when I'm talking about them. Because obviously I can't play all the songs in their fullness because one thing, albums are like an hour, 45 minutes, and copyright, that kind of stuff. So if you want to listen along, give it a pause, listen. And every album on here, I highly recommend. And, probably a lot of this y'all have already heard. So especially if you know me. But if you want to just for nostalgia's sake, go back and look at some of your favorite albums. Maybe you haven't heard some of these. Maybe some of these you have, or songs. I'll talk about artists. I'm not going to stop the social commentary stuff, but we're going to try to balance it out a little bit. So for right now, this is going to be a new series I'm starting. It's gonna be it's a working title, but for now the working title is Some of My Favorite Things. Some form of those words is gonna be the title. I don't know what it is yet, but yeah. So I guess no reason to waste time. Let's just get straight into it. So the artist and the album I wanted to talk about today is Saba. And the album I wanted to do by him was Care for Me, which I say it all the time. It's the most slept on album of 2018. It's so slept on, I didn't listen to it until 2019. It came out April 5th, 2018. And I just feel like, not a lot of people talk about it. It's a really good album. It wasn't talked about as much as I wanted it to be. Like I felt like it was worthy of being nominated, but also at the same time, J. Cole don't be getting nominations either. So you can't base the greatness of art by what awards it wins. Because there's a lot of terrible music with a lot of great awards. That's a spot to throw shade, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna be nice. But let me not waste your time anymore. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about it. So let's pull up the first song here. Give me 1 second, guys. So the first song off the album is Busy/Sirens. So let's give that a listen. I'm so alone. For all of my friends got some shit to do. Yeah. All of got plans, I call them my bad and text, and they never cross me like bad pedestrians. I'm in this awkward since adolescence. I don't know how long I had depression, never know peer pressure. I'm trying to get my little pack of offense, little girl. I call my BFF. That ain't no secret kept. I'm fucked man, told my cousin. I'm broke, I wasn't buzzing. I tried to hit a few years, she wasn't budging. I'm bogus. Left my girl for some showy, deserving all this lonely. You sad. Tell me how are you sad? You got all of these friends, you got all of these fans. I ain't trust nobody since 2012. I ain't let nobody in. Jesus got killed for our sins. Walter got killed for a coat. I'm trying to cope, but it's a part of me go. In the bathroom alone. Okay, that was a whole lot. I guess if I would describe this If I were to describe this album, I would probably say it's I wouldn't call it sad. I would call it more, I feel like a better word is intimate. It's a very intimate album, you know. It's not something you're gonna bump in the club or whatever. This is definitely like earphone music. Like this is just for you, you know. And the thing I love about this album is I always love artists that like don't talk about the standard things everybody talks about, you know. In this album, he's gripping with depression from his cousin getting killed, and and how that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back in a certain sense to all his other trauma in his life. And this is just him trying to deal with it. You don't really talk about that. How feeling sad, feeling lonely. You know, and the instrumentals on this is just it's so sublime. Like it really like it's so laid back, so chill. Like I really love the vibe of this album. But let's get back to it. I know too much to say. I'm not gonna miss you, daddy. I'll let you back right away. So long. Just me and my girl. She leave me for work and leave me for school. She finally home. I leave her for tour. Place got me new to the year. All of this new to me, yeah. All of the infidelity when I was 17. Been catching up and still feel like she kept me cheating. Niggas asking me how tour was. Knowing I've been home like 2 months. And one thing I really love about Saba in this album, he's real. He's being real honest. He ain't really holding much back. There's a lot of he's clearly a lot of stuff on his shoulders, and he's really just kind of letting it all out. Which is something celebrities aren't the best at being honest and upfront and vulnerable, and it's especially because a lot of us look up to a lot of these people, almost deify them to a certain extent, and it's nice to see your heroes being human sometimes. I've been saving your presence, counting the seconds before I reply to your message. My biggest fears. Well, I love that. My biggest fears. Say goodbye. This is my favorite line right here. Oh, did y'all feel that? I don't need nobody new to miss. I don't need nobody new to miss. Oh, that just hit me the first time I heard it, man. Both parts of this song are so great. They could have been. I don't know how you combine them both together. Artistically, it's great, but I feel like both of them in their own right are fantastic. But then again, I'm not the artist. Like, listen to these. Listen to it. It's only some Mr. Rogers Sesame Street stuff. Riding through the city, I'm young, I'm black, I'm guilty. I know once I wanna kill me, they gon' love me, but they feel me. 15 years old with this shaky, they gon' blame it on my marijuana and the yeah. You got the gun and I just, yeah. But if I want, it's okay, hip hop, you tell yourself it's so fair. Yeah, so that was busy. I feel like that song was really great at setting the tone for what you're about to see for the rest of the album. It's set up that he ain't holding nothing back. The vibe of this album is gonna be different than what you normally really listen to. It's got really like a lo-fi beat kind of vibe to it, just real laid back, but also dealing with some really heavy. So it's almost contradictory. Like the instrumental is real relaxed and laid back and cool, but the subject matter is very serious and to a certain extent very heavy. So I like that contradiction. But yeah, it's a really great intro to the album. Let's get into the next song, Broken Girls. One thing I really like about this song is in music, men tend to not paint women in the best light. And this isn't, it seems like it would be derogatory, but it's really not. It's really saying, we're all just broken people loving broken people, but He's saying I'm in love with broken girls, people that are hurt, people that are dealing with depression, stuff that tends to, force them to drift apart. And he's saying I'm broken myself too. I ain't hit like it's clearly saying like women ain't the only ones broken. That's just the title of the song. But we're both broken, trying to talk through our depression together. At least that's the inference I got. Music speaks to everybody differently. So, but if you have a different opinion, let me hear what you think about it. But let's give it a little bit more. This is a real intimate album, man. Like just the lengths it talks about, and normally stuff like this will like bum me out, but I almost feel more related to it than more depressed along with them because we all have these feelings, and sometimes it's not true, but everybody has these feelings, but a lot of time it doesn't feel like everybody has these feelings because we go out into the world and we put on these masks. So it's nice sometimes to feel like you're not to feel everybody's going through it, but to feel like everybody's going through it, that's always a good feeling. Let's go ahead and get to the next song. I like this. Is kind of changes up the flow a little bit. I love that. I love that kick. I like the use of guitars in this album also. I got angels running away. I got demons hunting me. I know Pop with 25. I know Jesus 30. Oh. I tell them to keep it. Did you? Oh, I know Pop with 25. I knew Jesus was 33. Ooh, man, that's a lick right there, boy. Put in the album. And then the shift. Oh, y'all felt that? Black. Oh, they hit you with the modal shit. He said, "Ooh." Don't make fun of my singing, guys. But and what did he say? What did he say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Auction off the kids that do not fit the description of a utopia. Black. Oh, ooh boy. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. That's what that is. Ooh wee. Auction off the kids that don't fit the description of a utopia. Black. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What's oh, then the shift again. Oh, you hear that from dynamic to real intimate? Do that real fast. I think y'all missed it. Let's hit that jump one more time. Man, Saba went off on this one, boy. I almost forgot to say that. Yeah, Saba's wordplay is some of the best in the game. Like, if you don't like his instrumentals and stuff, his producing, bro, like, I don't know how you would, but like his word game is some of the best in the game. Because anybody can rap fast, anybody can rap good, but it's about, for me, it's clarity. No matter how fast you're going, if I don't understand what you're saying, it don't matter to me. But he got that good mix of sort of fast, rapid, but completely understandable. I love that about him, bro. Bro, Mama makes a vodka with a Sprite. They kill my cousin with the pocket knife. My uncle on the phone. He was gone for more than half my life. He got out a year and then he died. I was on the road. I can't remember the rest by heart, but that's something I want to put on the record also. A lot of my favorite albums, I don't know them word for word, top to bottom. I didn't know that was a requirement to like something. Apparently it is. But I'm sorry my memory isn't built like that. I will always feel these albums, but I will not memorize them. Because then it becomes school. And that's the point of music, is not school. Wow, that's terrible. Don't listen to that. If you're a kid, don't listen to that. Okay, let's do the next song. Oh, this I think this is the one I've been jamming to a lot recently. This is calligraphy. So if you're following along at your desk or whatever, if you're following along, kids, the next song is calligraphy. That's probably gonna come out backwards. You can't even read it. Mhm. Just the lone piano. It's so intimate, man. I'm gonna say intimate all day. That's an intimate boy. I don't tell the truth, so y'all feel sorry for me. Oh! 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 I'm sorry. I gotta listen to that again. Oh! Did I hear that? I don't tell the truth, so y'all could. Oh! Woo! Woo! Tell them one more time. So what was that? What was that they were saying now? What was that they were saying now? Tell it to me one more time. I don't tell the truth, so y'all feel sorry for me. I don't write this shit, so y'all feel God coming. I don't get down like that road, the amount of rappers on the mission to find something. What? Y'all ain't ready for that? Oh. Right it away, right it away. I just got tired of running away. I just got so tired of running away. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for it. Y'all ain't ready for it, bro. I shouldn't have showed this to y'all. Y'all ain't ready. I'm not mad at God, I just can't get out of bed. My best friend obituary really hang on my wall. I ain't mad at God. I just can't get out of bed. My best friend obituary really hang on my wall. That's real, man. I'm trying to see it like this. No time for one in my skin. I see the right live. And I love the ending lick. Oh, listen to that trumpet, boy. Ooh. Y'all hear that? Ooh. Y'all know I love me some trumpet, boy. Y'all already know. Come on, man. There we go. Intimate. Intimate. Man. And I love that whole ending lick where it sounds kind of mysterious. Well, my take on I feel like it's his subconscious. You know how he says he can't get out of bed? I feel like, when you can't get out of bed, you like your mind isn't, you're not 100% yet because you just woke up. I feel like that's the kind of voice that he's having. Or like when you're conflicted, and you're in your own head, I guess I feel like that voice is inside of your mind. I feel like that was what he was trying to get across there. Once again, I don't know if you have a different opinion because music causes different opinions. Let me know what you think. Might change my opinion. I might change your opinion. We never know until we find out. But yeah, I love calligraphy. Is just I don't really know how to describe it. I just love the vibe of it. Like it's just a good feeling that the piano, the trumpet licks, uh, Saba's voice. Saba has a very soothing voice. Like I remember the first time I heard it, I was just feeling good. Like when I first heard this album, I just felt good about it. And then because I have a tendency to listen to the instrumental and the production over the person performing. Like I listen to the tone of their voice, but I don't listen to the words. If that makes sense, it takes me a couple of listens before I really start doing it because I just get so into especially when they use real instruments like percussion instruments and trumpets and jazz instruments, saxophone, that kind of thing. I love when they use real instruments and like it gets me into it and I forget to listen to the words. So like the first time I listened to it, I was like, yo, this is awesome. Like it's such a chill vibe. And I really listen. I'm like, this song is sad, but it doesn't make me feel sad. It makes me feel ironically, this is a sad album, but it makes me feel not alone. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. It might not make sense. And that's okay because it makes sense to me. And if it makes sense to yourself, don't matter what anybody else say. Oh yeah, this is the next song. I forgot. I'm not good at this. The next song is Fighter. If you would like to take another look, Fighter. Well, first of all, well, if you're listening on the podcast, pull up a picture of this album cover. And if you're not listening on the podcast, I'm gonna put one right here on the screen. Right. I'm probably not good at this. So it's probably not gonna go where I point. Right there. I don't know how this works. Right there. That spot. I don't know. Right there. And then it may get bigger, may get smaller. I don't know how to do that, so I might figure it out. I don't know. But yeah. If you look at the album cover, I'm looking at it right now. It's very sad. It's very so like you can tell, and it's not that kind of. I'm glad it's not that kind of sad. Like I love Juice World, but like the Juice World sad was like, I so sad, women sting, and I love Juice World. Don't let that impression make you think I hate Juice World. That's my dude. But sometimes sad can be preachy, if that makes sense. And he's not very preachy. He's just like, this is how I feel. I don't feel good. My grandfather's gone. My best friend's gone. I'm feeling sad about it, you know. And you could feel it. Like, look at this dude. He looking out the floor. You ain't never done that. Like, just, hey man, well, you're more late. You'd be like, hey. And you do the. Let me get my glasses. You do the Malcolm X, take them off and smack the table off of Malcolm X, the Denzel Washington. But anyway, let's get into Fighter. I'm getting very off subject. This is another one of my real favorites. Actually, all most I'm gonna say that about 50 songs by the time we done with this. Ooh, listen to that bass line. It's so mellow. I love it. It's mellow, but it's not like completely laid back. Like they still showing up. They got some skills. Oh yeah, I love his storytelling. He's one of the best storytellers in the game, in my opinion. But I won't. Let's get back into it. I run, I jog, do a toss a jab, and I caught him. He threw a left, ain't connect, cause I ducked. When I came back up, I seen his sister talking trash. I touch my brother, I'm beating your ass. So I fucked the brother up to see what she about. Yeah, walked away, and then we noticed that his teeth was out. Yeah, she ain't do shit, she just mad we got to see about. So me and Selmy just thought I was walking, and then he jumped me. I dropped to the floor, I'm calling for help in front of my grandmother's house. The next. All right, let's keep it going. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the song is like that lick. I don't want to fight no more because I'm not a fighter. Yeah, I don't want to fight no more. It's just so solemn. I need a dictionary, get some new words to say for y'all. But it's just like it's like saying, you know, I've had to fight my whole life, but I don't want to fight anymore because I fought because I had to, but I'm not a fighter. You know what I mean? And for me, if you know me, I don't really fight. But when I listen to it, I get the feeling of like metaphorically fighting, like, you know, having to combat both with words and actions and lifestyle and, you know, being an aggressive person in general. You know, just being a black person in America, you got to have a certain chip on your shoulder. You can't be soft in certain places. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like, I don't want to have to put on that front all the time because that's not who I am. At least that's what I got from it. Once again, got a different opinion. Let me know. Because some of y'all probably out there really fought for real. I mean, you know, I look here, I used to fight like Saba did, but, you know, I wasn't 16, 17, 15 fighting, you know, because it was getting dangerous, you know. You're not just 10 punching each other, you know. You get real injuries. So I was like, I'm good on that. I'm gonna watch other people fight in the lunchroom at lunchtime. But yeah, that's why I love that song. That song it's honestly just the storytelling, but the hook. The storytelling is great, but the hook, man, The hook is what hooks me in. It's real. Mysterious isn't the right word because that's what DJ Khaled uses, and that's he uses it disrespectfully, derogatorily. That's not how you use that word. It was real derogatory the way he used the word mysterious, and since then I don't like using the word. It was real ominous, 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 ominous. If you listen to this and you know me, text me how you doing today. I just want to know that my friends are doing good. If you DM me on Instagram, whatever, just if you don't have my number, I want to know that you're okay, whoever you are. This is a side note. And if everything's not okay, let's talk about it. I know how to keep secrets. uh, but let's. That's. I think that's. Nice. Woo, woo. I love that. I love that. To get out of bed, fighting myself. That seems to be a recurring theme for him is the fighting to get out of bed, which is completely relatable. Whether you're exhausted from a sucky job or you're dealing with depression or anxiety or stress about life in general, death, close death recently, that kind of stuff, getting out, not being able to get out of bed. Nobody talks about that, but that's an epidemic. It's a real epidemic. Like, I'm not even joking. It's a real epidemic. But anyway, that's enough of that song. Let's get into the next. Oh, we got some good songs coming up, boy. It only gets better from here. Ooh! Let's get into the next song. Hit that smile. And we talk like we from the South. Our parents from the South. I'm from the South. That has nothing to do with anything. What I like about this song is all the songs on the album stick to the theme. Sometimes artists, they make an album and none of the songs fit in. Like, they could all be from different albums. Like, the themes don't correlate. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I just prefer, at least somewhat, for an album to stay on subject. I can understand if it's a mixtape or something, like, get your stuff out there. But if it's an album, I prefer if it tries to stay in a somewhat similar style. There can be defectors if there's like singles on the album and stuff, but I prefer albums when they're cohesive. That's the word. Word of the day, cohesive. Word of the day is cohesive, guys. All right. Now this is another. This is one of two other features. So there's 3 features on this album. And this is probably the most notorious one. This is Chance the Rapper. Because yeah, but we'll get into Chance the Rapper a little bit later at the end of the album discussion. But this is Log Out. It's intimate. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite musical thing that happens in the album. That that junk. Oh, that junk. It's got a pulse. That junk. It got a pulse. Y'all remember in Drumline when he was like, "We are the heart and the soul." That's what I feel like. It's just gotta. It's keeping the move. It's like starting your engine, like getting back in gear like a train. I don't know. This is the analogy I got. Okay, so it's almost like the song is it's not slowing down, but it feels like the song is slowing down. But then the production is like, we gotta get it back out. That is the way that the game goes. Rainbow. After the rain is the rainbow. I love that. That's probably this is the most upbeat thing he said so far. After the rain, it's the rainbow. saying, there's gonna be rain. There's gonna be times where you can't get up. You start sleep, but after the rain, it's the rainbow. What his lyrics remind me of a lot is No Name, which is obvious because they work together all the time. But No Name is very sporadic with the subjects she talks about. Also, I noticed that. That's all I had to say. Let's get back to it. Actually, let's skip to the Chance goes in on this too. The thing I love about this is a different Chance. Chance is not like, I love my family and my wife. How did I say that? I love Chance. He's one of my favorite artists ever. Why did I do that? That's so mean. I love my family. I love my wife. I love everything. That kind of sounds like Andre 3000. That's it. I love my wife. I love my wife. but seriously, but like this one is a little bit more of a, you'll hear it, but it's a little bit more of a solemn Chance. And Saba in an interview, he said like Chance had been listening to some of his older stuff, the way he used to rap before, and like that was kind of, he said that was, he was kind of mimicking his style in this a little bit. So I like, it's a different Chance than before. Here we go. No, that's still Saba. I'm wrong. My bad. Everybody, but that's still a great line. Everybody's insecure, especially the people with everything. Why do you think they have everything? Everybody's insecure, especially the people with everything. Why do you think they have everything? Some of y'all need to hear that. I need to hear that, boy. Everybody is insecure, especially people with everything. Why do you think they have everything? Yo.
Everything's on camera. Everything's on camera. Everybody wants handouts. Everybody got pamphlets. Everybody wants Santa. Everything is on camera. Everybody wants pics now. Everybody got handlers. Everybody my kid now. Feel locked up in their own cage when they on stage. If you press out, got you get forgotten. What's the post but a reminder? Just a bar and highlights.
Oh my gosh. Yo. Chance. Saba's been killing it this whole song, but Chance just came in and ripped it, bro. Like that's not stuff he normally talks about. He's saying everybody's looking to him for money. Everybody wants Santa Claus. Everybody wants the fake. Nobody. And then he's saying nobody's looking out for Chancellor. Nobody's looking out for him. They just want his money. It's like, that's real. Like, that's real. That's realer than Chance normally gets. He's normally very upbeat, which is I love about him. But sometimes it's, once again, like I said earlier, it's nice to hear your heroes are going through the same stuff you're going through, because I definitely looked up to Chance growing up. I kind of discovered Saba when I was a little bit older, but Chance, I've been listening to him since I was what, 15, 16? Wow, that was like 5 years ago. I'm getting old, man. But I just love, yeah, you're in your own cage when you're on stage. The thought that the stage is more of a trap than an actual like place of like admiration is very interesting. I guess it speaks on, a lot of celebrities talk about like they become kind of a pony show. Like, if they're known for something simple like a meme or something, like, oh, do the thing you do. No, T'Challa was talking about, no, I'm sorry, Chadwick Boseman. Let me be respectful. Chadwick Boseman, one of the goats. He was talking about how like sometimes he's never mad about doing the whole Wakanda thing for people, but it's when you treat him like a minstrel show. Like, hey boy, do the thing you do. Do the thing, It's that kind of attitude. I feel like that he's speaking on that do the thing I need you to do. I expect you to do this for me because that's who you are. So spit a bar, write a rap, sing a song, do your dance thing. Dance for me, boy. Don't that sound a little familiar? I'm just gonna leave that right there. And we're gonna get into the next song. Oh, we about to get into Gray, boy. I'm just gotta let it play. Intimate. 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 Intimate.
The best song is probably on the B side. Don't be surprised when the label denied this.
The use of piano is perfect. Rappers don't usually use piano. When rappers use pianos, it'd be like standard modern day rap. When they use piano, it'd be like. Well, actually, let me not be like that because that little thing Playboy Cardi did there. That junk is real nice too. But yeah, let's get into it. Hold on, let me check see this is still recording. Okay, we're golden. And let's keep it moving.
But that's not the one that got you getting
Oh, was that the orchestra I'm hearing? Are those real instruments or are those computer instruments? I think those are computer instruments, but it still sounds beautiful.
Sometimes I think about the pressures of an artist and what it takes to get caught. Success even with no college. We barely even considered. Don't label me with the niggles. Infatuation with plastic. I wanted it to be realer. First they wanted it hip hop, and then they wanted gorilla, and then they wanted drug dealer, and then they wanted a dancer. Now they wanted drug addict. Infatuation with plastic. White girl wanted
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Infatuation with plastic. I wanted it to be realer. First they wanted it hip hop, and then they
First they wanted it hip hop. Then they wanted gorilla. I don't know what that means. Then they wanted drug dealer. Then they wanted a dancer. Now they wanted a drug addict. Oh, that lick right there. I don't know what gorilla is, but please, I hope I don't get my black card revoked because I feel like it's gonna be something. You don't know gorilla rap is, bro. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know everything about rap because I know somebody's gonna get on me about it. I don't know what it means. Okay, I'm man enough to admit when I don't know something. Same with I'm like Malcolm X. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. But I got so defensive. I forgot to make my point. The point I was making is that so true. How like they try to fit you in archetypes of the times. You know, it used to be gangster. Then there was a dancing rapper. I almost said Chris Brown. He's not a rapper. But and then now it's like they want the drug addict rappers. You know, that's the archetypes of rapping. You know, it's like you need to fit in this box. You know, so right now it's like drug addicts. You know, a lot of them are dead now. Lil Juice World. I guess Lil Uzi. How many of them talk about drugs? Future talked about drugs. Did Young Thug talk about drugs? Did Migos talk about drugs? I think they did. I don't want to assume because all those dudes are awesome. But yeah, drug addict is definitely what I would describe common modern day rap. Not common in a derogatory term, but common in the fact that it tends to be the most popular stuff, the most played stuff, the most viewed stuff. That's what I mean by common. I don't mean in an insulting kind of way. Okay, let's get back into it. Infatuation with plastic. Is he talking about debit cards and credit cards? Y'all ain't ready for it. What? Driver want to be Walker and Walker want to be Sitter. You know, he spoke on this. Well, I'll let it play and I'll speak on it. Sitter want to be walking and Walker want to be driving. It's reversed to the last time. Driver want to be Walker, want to be sicker. Sitter want to be Walker and Walker want to be driving. Yeah, so by that metaphor, this song is clearly about the game of music. He's saying, like, he said in an interview I listened to a while back, he said, and I really liked it, he said, all his friends who want to be signed, no, his friends who want to be signed all want to be independent now. And all the independent rapper friends, they want to be signed. So he's saying it's a grass is green on the other side kind of thing, you know. Saba is currently signed. I don't know how he feels about it, but I guess he likes it. But yeah, I thought that was That's a very interesting metaphor. Sit driver want to be walker, water want to be sitting, and then sitter want to be walker, and walker want to be driving. Saying, yeah, I don't know if there's a solid answer, but I just like his take on it. And then that's the first part of the song, and then he gets into. The only way I can describe the second part of this song is it's the most spoken word rap I've ever heard in my life. At the highest caliber rap, I can't even call it rap. I just call it spoken word, just the wordplay. Hold on, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this for y'all. Listen to it. If you don't listen to any part of this album, listen to the second half of Gray. I'm gonna figure out when it starts. Give me a second. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. If you don't listen to any part of this album, listen to the song Gray on the album Care For Me by Saba. Care For Me by Saba is the album's name. The song name is Gray, like the color. Look at this. And the timestamp on the song is 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Start the song there. I'm just gonna listen to it. Listen to it right now. Pause the video, pause the podcast, listen to it right now. Listen to just that part. Please. Because I'm about to listen to it. I'm about to listen to it right now. It leads in with the trumpet. It leads in with the trumpet. Oh! Oh, wait. Oh! That sounds like that Paul Sexton. Ooh! Ooh! Here we go. This is a jazzy, boy. Woo! This is a jazzy, boy. Oh! People will say jazz is dead. Jazz evolved into rap. Bro. Come on now. Here we go. Saba about to go in, boy. Come on now. Woo! The trumpet going out, the drummer. Ooh! Off of that art to move, boy. Ooh! Oh! Come on now. Don't nobody want to be. Don't nobody want to be. Hold on, I gotta go back. Offering art that move. The pulse. How could you not be moved? I don't give him an option to. Don't nobody want to be great. Everybody want to be seen. Come on now. If I don't describe modern day social media, millennial, the Gen Z culture, I don't know what does. Come on now. In the jazzy vibe, boy, jazz is not dead. It evolved into rap. Come on now. Come on, listen to the ending, boy. Woo! Y'all hear that? You hear that there? Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Ooh, wee, boy. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Carefully. Back with more clarity. I told you, woo! Come on now. Carefully. Back with more clarity. I told you. I'm telling you, bro. If you don't listen to anything, listen to Care For Me. The timestamp is 2 minutes, 38 seconds on the song Gray. Listen to it. Listen, if you're a real musician, you're going to like that. Because I know I'm friends with real musicians. If y'all ain't rolling with that, we can't have no talk about music no more. We can have no talks. No talks. I'm sorry. I got. Woo! Oh man, that gets my blood pumping, boy. That part, bro. And when I be in the car, bro, people be looking at me crazy, bro. That part, come on, boy. I be like, carefully, back with more clarity. Woo, nobody wants to be great. Everybody wants to be seen, bro. Come on now. Care for me carefully. Back with more clarity. Come on now. That lick right, bro. Any one of those licks, we look with that money, make a. I'm trying to keep it clean, y'all. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I'm gonna say it one more time. The name of the album is Care for Me. The song's name is Gray. The time stamp is 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Whoever's on the percussion, whoever's on the trumpets, I applaud you. Somebody find them people so I can tell them thank you. Them brothers went in. Whoever produced this album went in. Saba went in. Pivot Gang went in. Everybody went in. Fire. Super hot fire. Yeah, see, y'all, they get me with the trumpets. If a song got a trumpet in it, I'll call it good either way. So I already told y'all when we started this podcast, these songs gonna have a thick veil of nostalgia over them. So my opinion will be swayed, and I'm not ashamed of it. But that part right there, that's why I said I can't call that rap. The only way I can describe it is spoken word over music. That's the only way I can describe that part right there. There's only 2 songs I give that illustrious title to. It's this song, Gray, and on not 2014, but To Pimp a Butterfly, the song, what was it? He was like with the girl, and she talking about Uncle Sam, and For Free Interlude. That's what it was. For Free Interlude. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it because that's an album for another time. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the next song, okay? Okay. I've calmed my nerves down a little bit. I got a little hyped up because of Gray, but we're gonna get back into it. Okay, so the next song is Prom King. And Prom King, I'm gonna let y'all know now it's a long song. So I'm only gonna play a couple snippets, but I'm just gonna talk about this one because I've been listening to this one a lot recently. But this is kind of the story of him and his cousin Walter, their relationship, how it blossomed and turned into what it was, and how tough life is. It's you know, it's the best story I've heard told in the form of rap. I've heard. But in my defense, I haven't heard a lot of the greatest rap albums of all time, which I'm gonna get into at a later date. Those albums that I have missed that have been very iconic and revolutionary for the rap game and black culture in general, I'm gonna get into them. But for now, Prom it's Prom/King, but Prom King. Prom/King. King. I guess the first part is called song, the other part is called King, but it's just really good storytelling. And the instrumental, once again, keyword for day. I forgot what the other word of the day was, but the the new word of the day is intimate. Intimate, 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 intimate. But yeah, we'll just listen to a little bit of a snippet. But yeah, this song is more about the lyrics. Instrumental is great as always, but this one's more about the lyrics because his voice is just fantastic.
Yeah. Sleeping peacefully, never needed a pile of drugs. Everybody was college bound. No dollar amounts, in God we trust. Senior year, my prime ain't had no party bus. My cousin hit me on Facebook like, what shorty you take up and take my sneakers every family visit. I'm skeptical to let her know I'm Walter, little cousin. Thinking damn that transaction was simple. I'm talking shit, I know he hoop. I'm like, hey, where the rip, bro? He like, tomorrow if you free.
That's one thing I forgot to talk about with this album is I love the use of echoes. It adds a level of anonymity. That's not the right way to use that word. That's not it at all. But Yeah, it's so ominous. Is it anonymity? Is that the right word? It feels. It gives it an uh, a vastness to it. That's the echoes. I'd be losing my train of thought, but yeah, the echoes they definitely add that to it. So let's keep going.
Body weak as shit though. I know my best body is skeleton, and I night it and terrible. Do music and hope I make it. Want to join me for the journey? Said the city wait. Walter Invincible, dodge death like a mad magician, more times than a mathematician. I'm in LA working on bucket list project. I get a call and get a fish. Home and we get Lollapalooza.
I will say I love each part for different reasons, but I guess if I was to pick a favorite, I would say the second half of it is the better half, just because he gets a little bit more animated, a little bit more into it. That's just my opinion, The whole thing's great. It's like trying to choose between your top two favorite foods. You love both of them intensely, and both of them will make your day better. But it's like nitpicking. I don't even know I'm picking a favorite. Forget that. Forget favorites. There's no more favorites here. Everything's great. There's no titles for things you love. Forget that. Forget it. If you love something, you just love it, and it's in the love category. You don't have to have a certain level of love. You don't have to love anything more than the other things. Everything you just love. You don't have to keep making top tens of best albums into songs and foods and stuff, because everything's great. Everything's great. And back on the interview that I heard or listened to for Saba, it was funny. He said he was going to end the song on Prom King, which is sad because if you haven't listened to the song yet, and it ends with Walter getting killed, and it just like ends on this flat, mysterious, like just ending. So then they then they put in Heaven's All Around Me, which I'm glad, because Heaven All Around Me has got my favorite vocals in the album. I'm glad they put that song in. But let's give that one a quick listen, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's get into it. Oh, I love that. The melodics. It's got that, Mr. Robin's Neighborhood kind of thing. I want you to be my neighbor. Hello, neighbor.
Yelling at my mother like I know you hear me. Get a little closer, repeat. Bus driver pass me up, don't see me. Paramedic talk about what he need. He need his oxygen. They seem incompetent. I see the consequences.
Oh, and also, according to Saba, this song is from the perspective of his cousin Wallace when, I guess, when he's on the other side to a certain extent. That's why there's heaven all around me. I'm gonna explain this like I'm probably the dumb one that took me forever to figure it out, because I didn't want to listen to the lyrics. I just want to listen to the beautiful musicality of the song. But it is what it is.
When I can't hear them, they're inaudible. I got a light, I gotta go. Forensic bag. Heaven all around me. There's heaven all around me. There's heaven. Yelling at my brothers like I know that I'm here. Regardless, but I know we God. There's heaven all around me. There's heaven all around me.
The trumpets. I'll be out here. I could be here all day talking about trumpets, man.
I can't feel pain. I can see the stars. I ain't feel pain. I know we God. There's heaven all around me. There's heaven all around me.
They about to get into it. Here we go. Here we go. That would make a great fanfare. I love it. These vocals are fantastic. Woo! Doom, doom. Don't make fun of my singing. I'll fight all y'all. I'll fight you. And wow, that's it. No, I'm sorry. That's bucket list. Sorry, that's bucket list. That's bucket list. I haven't listened to that. I'll probably listen to it at some point, just because I love that album so much. So now is the part where I kind of want to get into how this album has affected me personally. Well, first, let me say when like I said earlier, the first time I heard this song. Well, let me talk about the first time I heard Saba was it was 2000. This was before Coloring Book came out. He came out. Angels had debuted beforehand. When did Angels come out? October. Wow, October. Because I remember I was in the locker room getting ready for band practice, and I was putting my shirt on, and I put my headphones. Well, somewhere in it was he released two songs, Somewhere in Paradise and Angels, and Somewhere in the Paradise had R. Kelly in it. So I feel bad because I really like that song, but R. Kelly is. I don't have to say who R. Kelly is. Y'all know what the deal is with R. Kelly. But we'll talk about Angels. That was my first experience with Saba, and because I remember my boy Sada was with me, and because he was a fan of Chance too at the time. Um, and I just thought I was like, who is this dude? I love his energy because he was so upbeat in Angels. He was so upbeat. Actually, let's take a quick listen at Angels. If you're following along, children, please turn in your books to chapter Angels. Angel. Let the jump ship. I guess that's how they call it where I stay. Pick up the pieces, my brother can have somewhere to play. I'm a blueprint to a real man. Let me skip to this out part. City sounding great, I feel like Alexander. Wear your halo like a hat is like a latest fashion. I got angels all around me, they need me surrounded. Who's you? Who is him? All of a sudden, who up the deal? It's determined. Nah. I got angels. Okay, I got distracted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I love that album. I love this album. I love that album. We're gonna talk about that one later. But another time, another place. But we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that album. But yeah, that was my first experience with Saba. Was that upbeat, and then when I heard this, I was like, it wasn't what I was expecting, but it was what I needed. It wasn't the hero. It was the hero I deserved. No, it was the hero I needed and the hero I deserved. It was all that in one. It was both faces of Harvey Dent. That's what that was. That's what that was. So that was my first experience with Saba. And then when I discovered this song while I was in college, um, I said that like I'm 40 and I haven't been in college in years. I discovered this back in December. No, January. January. Yeah. January. It was already 2019 when I heard this because I was like, this came out in April. What took me so long to hear this? And then it's funny. I sent it to my brother immediately because we both share a Spotify account illegally. Because you're supposed to get a family plan, but we just share one account that just pay $10 a month. Well, I'm paying $10 a month. And then, and then I made a playlist and I titled the playlist Ethan, listen to this in all caps. So it was like an encoded message, and he listened to it. Like, that joke is dope. Oh man, yeah. That was my first experience, and I listened to it nonstop. I always know an album's gonna be one of my favorite albums ever when I listen to it nonstop for an entire year. Might have been a year and a half. It's rare if they get 2 years, but that one, it was a solid year and a half until I got annoyed by that album. And then I have a new philosophy with my favorite albums of all time. I only give myself 2 listens a year. That way I don't get annoyed because I hate the feeling of being annoyed by my favorite songs ever. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But yeah, when I heard it, it just spoke. The instrumental and the production spoke to me first, and then I listened to the lyrics and what Saba was saying, and that spoke to me in a different way because the words he using were solemn and sad and honestly depressing if I'm being blunt. But the way he presented it made it feel authentic and real, and above all else, relatable. Above all else, and the production just top notch. I love the production on this. Whoever works with him is fantastic. I don't know what it is about Chicago rappers, but they love using real instruments. Like, and I'm from Atlanta, you know what I mean? Like, I grew up on that trap music kind of stuff, like that kind of stuff. I grew up on the Two Chains, the Migos, the Young Thug, Roscoe Dash, Waka, that kind of stuff. I grew up on that stuff. But when I first started hearing Chicago rappers, it was a different vibe that I loved because I was a musician, and the way they use instruments, they use them to their best of the ability. That's why I say this all the time, not to people, but in my own mind, that jazz never died. It evolved into rap because jazz was the embodiment of freedom. And that's all rap is, the embodiment of freedom, doing what you want, both musically and in life. That's why racist people didn't like jazz back in the day. And that's why racist people don't like rap. And this is what it is. But yeah, this album is always going to stick with me. And I always tell myself, once I get my own place, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a room and I'm going to buy all my favorite albums. But y'all going to learn what all of them are. And I'm going to buy all the vinyls and put them on my walls. It's not very ambitious or crazy, but it's a dream. You know what I mean? And it's something I've always wanted to do. And I'm going to do it. And then y'all are going to see it. Because I'm going to start recording videos behind all of my favorite albums of all time. I'm not going to tell you all of them. You're going to stay tuned to find out. Because I think we're going to have some surprises. Surprise entries. Last minute entries like WWE. Oh, who is it? Randy Orton jumping into the ring. Oh, TKO. TLC. Oh, man. Those were days. But I guess that pretty much wraps up my conversation about this album. There's nothing I can say more, but listen to it for yourself. Get some high quality headphones. Don't get the dollar store stuff. Spend $20 on headphones. If you don't have Apple headphones, you know, the ones that come with it or whatever, if you don't have some good earphones, or you have good headphones, get you some and listen to it. Just for me, just give it a listen. And if you don't like it, at least you can say you tried something new. But I say this is the most slept on album of 2018. The most. Well, I just want to say thank you for all of you who tuned in and listened. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. And we're going to take this thing to the next level. This is going to be my future right here. Maybe not with this mic, probably not with this mic, probably not with this camera, but we're going to up this game and we're going to do it together. And I know we can do this thing. I'm going to come up with a name for my fans. I don't know what it's called. I don't want to be something lame. I want to be something like my friends. But not then that sounds like, I don't know. We're going to figure out a name. Y'all tell me what y'all want y'all's group to be called. But until the next time, because I'm rambling at this point. Yeah, until next time, keep telling your truth. Oh, that's corny. But I don't care. Keep telling your truth.
I hear danger calling me near, making me forget which way to go. Yes or